So we're well and truly back on the grass, and next week we have a big tournament over in the Queen's Club event for the men. So the women have played this week, which was a first for the first time in like 50 years. But now the guys are playing next week. Let's go over check out who's not playing though, because there are some names that have pulled out. Some big names are actually pulled out of this one, starting with Berrettini. He's pulled out with injury. Korda has also pulled out. Kyrgios was supposed to play, but he's pulled out of the entire grass season, unfortunately. Musetti's also pulled out, and so has Tommy Paul. So some big names there that have been doing well on the clay decided not to play this week, and maybe for Musetti and Paul, who had a little bit of an injury towards the end of Roland Garros, maybe they want to get the extra week to get ready for Wimbledon. So, bit of a shame there, but let's go to the top of the draw because we do have some big names that are playing. Alright, so there are 8 seeds in this one, and nobody gets a bye in the first round, which is interesting. Starting with Alcaraz, number 1 seed. He'll take on Fokina in the first round. Winner of that match will take on either Thompson or Minaur in the second round. Then we got Opelka taking on Ugo Carabelli. Winner of that will take on either a qualifier or the number 6 seed Shelton, who is playing really well in Stuttgart this week. Then we got Rune, the number 4 seed, taking on Analdi. Winner of that will take on either Dimitrov or Monfils in the second round. Then we got Dragoo taking on Borges. Winner of that will take on either Norrie or the number 8 seed Mensik in the second round. Really crazy stacked event and stacked draw with some really interesting unseeded players. Of course, you got to watch out for Alcaraz, defending Wimbledon champion or 2-time champion. Also got to watch out for Shelton, playing really well on the grass this week. And Rune as well, can play on grass. Also keen to see how Mensik does as well. With that big serve, he obviously won Miami and we're back on a quicker court. But some of the unseeded players, you got to watch out for Dimitrov. Has played well on the grass in the past. Also Monfils, of course, you got to watch out for him. And Riley Opelka, he just beat Medvedev last week and could be really dangerous for not just Shelton, but also Alcaraz in a possible quarterfinal. So, really interesting draw and really stacked event, especially for some unseeded players as well. Bottom half of the draw now, we've got the number 5 seed de Minaur. He takes on Lehechka in the first round. That's a crazy first round. Winner of that will take on either Diallo or Harris in the second round. Then we got Fernley taking on a qualifier. Winner of that will take on either another qualifier or the number 3 seed Fritz in the second round. Then you got Tiafoe, the 7th seed, taking on Evans. Winner of that will take on either Nakashima or Pirikar in the second round. Then you got Popperin taking on a qualifier. Winner of that match will take on either Brooksby or Draper, the number 2 seed, in the second round. So again, a lot of dangerous unseeded players, but also the seeded players are very good on the grass. Of course, you got to watch out for Draper. Beat Alcaraz here last year and will be the focus for the crowd for sure this week. Also got to watch out for Fritz and de Minaur, both very good on the grass. Also watch out for Tiafoe, can play on grass as well. But some of the unseeded players, got to watch out for Lehechka, very dangerous player on grass, and just in general. And I'd also be watching out for Pirikar. Now, didn't play great last week on the grass in his first sort of tournament on the surface, but with that serve, he's got to come good on grass eventually, so definitely watch out for him as well, because it's only going to be a matter of time before that serve works and he goes through the grass season like he did a little bit at Wimbledon last year. So there it is, very stacked event in Queen's Club. That's what we'd expect from this tournament. It's a massive tournament, and with Alcaraz playing, we didn't know if he was going to play, but he is going to play this time, and him and Draper, they had a battle last year. If they're going to play this year, it's going to be the final, so could be really interesting, but there's a lot of dangerous players that are outside of those top 2 guys that could also win this tournament. Let me know in the comments below, who is going to win this tournament at Queen's Club? Do you think Alcaraz can go back to winning it like he did 2 years ago? Or do you think it would be Draper this time? Or maybe someone like a Shelton or a Fritz, one of the Americans maybe? Or some of the unseeded players? But there it is. Queen's Club starts on Monday and it is a stacked event.